What's going on, guys? Anthony from Heavy Metal Over Six Pack here. What we have here is our Maiden of Metal for this month of January. And we got the opportunity to speak with Lana Scissorhands of Infected Rain. So, enjoy.
Maiden of Metal!
Ooh, that was fancy.
I don't even have to say anything, they tell you.
All right, so now anything that you say, Lena, we own it now.
Okay. So you tried to tell me you didn't hire this sexy woman saying this meeting is being recorded.
Nope.
This is the Heavy Metal Over a Six Pack podcast. We are actually excited to be joined by Lena from the band Infected Rain. Good afternoon again, Lena. I know it's weird doing the hellos twice.
That's okay. Hello.
First thing, congratulations on the new album.
Yes.
Thank you.
As far as I'm concerned, it is the initial album of 2022 because it's the first thing that I have seen that actually has the 20 and 22 tag on it. So
I know.
You are the first metal album of the year. How does that feel?
It feels fantastic, and I love that we already made some charts, and I'm like, who is in that chart even? Like, how many bands released stuff in the first week? Even if there are many, it's like, it's just only been one day. Come on, guys. Like, I know you want to boost my ego, but come on.
right. No, definitely.
How would you compare it to your other releases, Lena? How would you describe this album?
This album is very interesting because I think it's still the same Infected Rain that everybody was used to and accustomed to, our sound, our point of view, our heaviness and stuff like that. However, I think this album is a little bit more in your face, if that makes sense. And the reason being is mainly, obviously, the times we live in, and we had so much to say, we had so much to let out, both music-wise and lyric-wise. I think we had enough time to give it a proper attention, and we had no deadlines, so we worked as much as we wanted on this material. Not that we ever felt rushed before, don't get me wrong. We always know about a potential album release way in advance. We have enough time to work on it. However, you do have like a date and you work towards that date, right?
Sure.
It's never like a month or two. It's a lot in advance. So, I don't know how much actually fans and listeners know how these things work, but when you work with the label, you sit together, you come up with you are like, hey guys, we are ready to start working on a new album or something, and they're like, oh, okay. They have a lot of bands, so they look through their schedule, what times would be best. They ask you how much time you think you need, and then they look in their schedule and they give you a couple of options. So it's very flexible. Nobody holds a gun at your head and they're like, you better deliver now.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Well,
it's good,
so yeah, no, but with this time it was very unpredictable. Nobody knew when is the good time to release, when is the good time, because everybody was kind of waiting for the times where potentially bands can go back on tour and back on the road. So obviously it's very important to present and promote your album through tours. It's very important because we felt that with the prior album, we had an album in the late 2019 called Endorphin, and we only went on tour one time with that album.
Really?
That's not enough to promote an album, for whatever big or small band. It is not doesn't matter. You need enough time for people to listen to it, get accustomed to it and stuff. So for all the effort, the money, the time that a band, a label invests in an album, it's just not fair, not to be able to promote it, to go on the road with it,
No,
so that's why we didn't know exactly how and when this is going to happen. So we just took our time. We always write, though. We always compose and write. So we just, took our time, dedicated enough time to every single sound, every single lyrics. That's what makes this album a little bit different. Also, I worked, so me and my band, we work remotely for the past 6 years because I moved from Moldova to America. And we learned how to communicate remotely, prepare certain things remotely. And then when they are prepared, I fly there and we work on what we need to do together. Yeah. Okay. But this time, the traveling was, not possible for a while. We didn't know when it's going to be possible. So I had to learn to add even more work remotely. I had to learn how to record myself, which I never done before. Not many vocalists do that. When I say not many, I don't say all of them, because I know there are many that have their own studio in the house and they are super crafty and handy when it comes to like programs and equipment. I am not. I'm very bad with technology, and I really never needed it in the past because we work with the same producer since album number 1. And we prefer to work with him, and I always would go to the recording studio, be in my own vocal booth, hear him through my headphones, and work with him. He is my critic. He is my, somebody that supports me, somebody that like encourages me. He is super cool. We became super close friends because we've been working together forever. So I never needed to learn that, but now I did. So I invested time and money into equipment, the actual space itself in my house. I built a little vocal booth by myself during the lockdown.
Why not?
Yeah, and then I had to learn from scratch a recording program that is actually super complex and not easy, especially
a lot of buttons and knobs.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm only, I only had to learn what regards the vocals itself, which makes it easier. But I had a lot of help from my musicians and from my producer, and it helped me a lot. So basically, I tracked the skeleton, main ideas of vocals here because we never knew if I'm even going to be able to go, and when. So finally, the restrictions were down and I was able to actually track everything, but I was on point. Everything was already settled. Like before, I composed and I have the ideas and I go with these ideas to the studio and then we work together, like on back vocals, on all that. Now everything was there. Everything was already approved by everybody in the band, worked on a lot at home. I also memorized lyrics, which is not something like when you have new material, you always have lyrics in front of you because it's new, it's very new, fresh, right? That was something super different. But other than that, I think, the main, so I only tell you all the story because I feel like sound-wise, you can feel something was done different in this album. And I think that's what it is the time. We had so much time to just compose, create.
Really build upon it, which is good because that's where your creativeness comes from.
Yeah.
The dedication and the...
Forgive me for not knowing this information. Is this the first album with Napalm or is this the second?
Second. This is the second one with Napalm. We signed with Napalm in the very beginning of 2019 and released a couple of singles, then released Endorphin, and then only went on tour one time. Pandemic happened. We were able to have another tour not too long ago here in America with Butcher Babies, but it was a tour. It wasn't a tour that was supporting that album, obviously, because it's been like almost 2 years apart, almost. Right. So obviously that wasn't fair. But this is album number 2, and it was released on January 7th.
Yep, right after the New Year. Very nice.
I've read and heard that you guys as far as like your musical influences are like heavily, pretty much everything like around you, like life, people, movies, like anything that. So how with that being said, like how how much of the last 2 years of the state of the world affected this album?
Very much, yeah. As I just mentioned, very much. Some of the lyrics are like so in your face about it, like
Sure.
especially with the song The Realm of Chaos and Everlasting Lethargy, Never the Same as well, a little bit Postmortem. Yeah, these songs are very, very much about what's going on in the world, not just because of this virus we are all fighting, this monster that we are all fighting, but in general, what happened with people, society, nature, so many riots, so many fires in the nature, so much was going on. It was a very difficult to digest.
Yeah, no, definitely. It avoids the politic part of it too. You know what I mean? That's just everywhere. Which is good.
Yeah.
You guys have been around for quite a while now. It's like 07, 08, I believe you guys originated. If I may ask, you guys' home country, Moldova.
Yeah.
So a community that doesn't have a whole lot of much of a metal scene like coming out of it. How does a metal band form when there's not much of a metal scene existing?
Yeah. We actually released, this is our year, like our anniversary, 13 years since we are on stage. We had our first show in 2008, and we released a documentary where we actually explain a lot about it. And I know not many people knew certain things like that, but
can you plug the documentary? I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. Can you plug the documentary?
Can you what? I'm sorry?
Can you plug the documentary, like what it's called, where it might be?
Oh,
out?
yeah, absolutely. It's called The Devil's Dozen, dedicated to our anniversary. It was only released online. It's not available anymore. It was released only for 8 days. Eventually, because we had so much love for it, eventually I think we will release it on a hard copy. Because, we had a very good reaction to it and so much support. Even everybody on the label absolutely loved it. We filmed and produced it by ourselves. It's a 3-hour movie, so
it's a long one.
Yeah. And but anyways, I only mentioned that because not many people realize that it's not the same for bands, especially in the beginning, if you come up in different countries, right? If you compare different countries, the path will be different also because of the country where you start. Not necessarily just because of that, but also because of that. Now, me saying that, I mean that there are countries with a lot of possibilities for artists in general, specifically musicians, and then they don't care if you are heavy sounding band. They don't care, they are not going to judge you because of that. There are other countries like Eastern European countries, some, not all of them, but some Eastern European countries, especially the ex-USSR countries, we still have older generation that is very, very, very judgmental when it comes to everything that is out of ordinary, especially heavily tattooed, heavily sounding people. They're right away thinking satanic and stuff like that. Now, again, I'm not generalizing. I'm saying the majority of ex-USSR country, which Moldova is an ex-USSR country, and older generation, like the majority of people around my parents' age or like grandparents' age, for them it's way more difficult to accept that. That also is one of the reasons why there is no program or support from any cultural thing from the government invented for the younger generation to help them or whatever. None. I will tell you more than that. We don't even have venues to play. Zero in the whole country. There are a couple of venues that you could rent for an event or two, but They don't care about it's not an alternative bar or pub or an actual venue meant for shows in general. You will have to rent everything, and sometimes even if you sell out your show, there's not going to be enough money to pay off everything you rented.
Really?
That's how crazy that is.
It's crazy.
Now, it wasn't always like that. Here and there are brave people that actually put love and intent and they open a venue,
Sure.
but unfortunately they don't survive for long.
Yeah.
It's just, that's the reality of things, you know. That being said, when we started back in the day, there was another very big thing that was holding us back. And when I say holding back, I mean the travel restrictions. There were so many, specifically for my country. Citizens of Moldova needed visa, a actual visa for which you go to the embassy, talk with the people there, provide a bunch of documents, and pay a bunch of money just to be able to go on tour. And for each country in European community, you needed a visa.
Wow.
Even for our neighbors, Romania, which is literally 2 hours driving from the capital to the first bigger city, not far at all. Even for Romania, we used to need a visa, which was super difficult to get because, it's not, in general, it's not easy to get approved for a visa, especially if you're a small band, independent. They don't care about that,
No.
We managed to travel a little bit, but only in I think 2000, I want to say 12 or 2013. I don't remember exactly when that rule was put down, and all we needed to do is we needed to change our passports for biometrical passports. And now European community was actually easier to travel in the European community for Moldovan citizens. So that's when we started finally touring a little. So after 4 or 5 years of our career, we only could finally tour some. We could tour, Ukraine and Russia because we didn't need a visa for that.
Sure.
Play a show here and there in Moldova, but that's it. Super little exposure, super little practice. Hey, performing on stage needs practice for you to be better. So we couldn't even do that. We would practice in our rehearsal studio a lot, but that's not the same.
That's not, no.
Absolutely. So that's a long story. I mean, Moldova is absolutely beautiful country, amazing people, a lot of talented musicians, and in general, people of art. But unfortunately, it's still a very poor country. The economics are super low. It's not easy to survive there. Like, I had to work on 2 or 3 jobs in order for our band, my musicians worked hard too, in order for our band to record the first album,
Wow. That's
Asylum, because we didn't have any income to invest, because we were fresh and new.
Sure.
So we didn't have like merchandise sales or something like that you could like take that and invest in something
Invested,
new.
Yeah.
It's not easy,
No, not at all.
And that was like that for years. And even after we started touring, it took a lot of everything. It took a lot of time for us to actually even generate any money that we could actually share between us.
Right.
In fact, we share that information in our documentary. After 8 years, I believe, after 8 years of existence as a band, for the first time, we shared a little bit of money between us, money that we didn't have to invest again. Because what we did is for years, we just invested the money that we just made again and again and again.
Back into it.
Yeah. So, and it's not easy because we lose jobs. Not many people want to wait for you when you go on tour. So crazy times, man. Crazy times.
That is crazy.
Well, I mean, one of those. If nobody's told you this before, we're very happy that you've emerged.
Thank you.
The dedication shows. So.
No, I've been a big fan of you guys for many years. So like this is very exciting to be able to actually talk to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much.
So with that being said, I believe did you have any questions of the band, Anthony? I don't mean to-
Band-wise, no, I think it's.
So the
that's
point,
really too much.
the purpose of the segment here is our Maiden of Metal, and we would like to really definitely do like more you personally
Okay.
as a musician, if that's if we may.
Yeah, of course.
So we have a series of relatively normal questions, and then like we'll do some of our off the wall like oddball stuff that like we like to think that we're known for, kind of a thing.
The one time we did it that we're known for.
Stop it, Anthony.
Sorry.
Um,
You want to go?
Infected Rain's your first band?
Yes, I never performed or tried to sing prior to Infected Rain.
So how did you become a vocalist?
It was just the classic friends type of like, I was just asked by a friend of a friend, and Vidik, my guitar player, he had a friend which was actually in the band as a DJ for the first couple of years of the band. You can see him in our very first music video, Judgmental Trap. They were best friends, and they were just rehearsing, putting some stuff together, making some heavier, like heavy sounding electronic covers of some other bands. And I was just, there asked to sing for fun. And I did. And then we did it a couple of times. And that guy, he was the one telling me, hey, you should probably see a singing teacher, because there's something about your voice. You need to just learn how to use that. I was like, oh shit, really? What? No way. But that thing just kept, I don't know, growing. That seed was growing in my brain.
The little seed in there, yeah.
So I did. I found a vocal teacher. I started, rehearsing with them more and more. We started creating our own songs, and think that's it. The three of us in the beginning, and then we, had other musicians join.
Okay, all right.
That's fantastic.
No, that's awesome.
Right place, right time.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I guess so.
That's
Yeah,
a good way to put it.
It was never planned, I swear. Although I had a lot of musicians, friends at that time, specifically in my life, surrounding me. But I still never imagined or tried to be a musician or anything like that.
Right. No, exactly. So, I mean, prior to that, were you into the music scene? Were you, on your as a personal, just like listening? Was that
just listening? Yeah, I would go to local shows if they were happening. I would just listen to a lot of metal. Yeah, I think I started listening to heavier sounding bands, just alternative sounding bands in the beginning, around when I was like 13, and then little by little it went like heavier, and yeah.
okay? All right.
What was your favorite band when you were 13?
Nirvana.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
On the Grudge side. Okay. All right.
So typical.
So typical.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know it is.
I'm just kidding.
There's nothing.
But
Obviously,
yeah, I still love that band very much.
Right, so, if the music thing didn't happen, let's say that seed wasn't planted, where do you think you'd be? Did you have a direction you were going?
Oh yeah, I was already actually working, and at that time, for years actually, I started working at 16 as a hairdresser, and then slowly I became a hair and makeup artist.
Gotcha.
I worked with like photographers, and like it was super fun. Something I absolutely loved, and I thought that would be my path. Yeah. And I did it with the band for a while, because the people I worked with, they were very supportive, and they understood, and they were waiting for me when I would go on tour for a while. And then when it became like a lot, I knew I couldn't do it anymore.
Right. What it kind of overtook. Oh, okay. Well, it's neat that you could have kind of like pushed them together a bit too. I mean, obviously you can promote it a bit.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
definitely
awesome.
For the first 6 or 7 years of the band's existence. Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
What's cool about that though, and like correct me if I'm wrong, like I mean there's a lot of visuals now in the music industry.
Yeah.
It's not so much reliant on like the music. Like you have to actually present either like not only just a sound, but you have to actually present the why am I losing the word?
Present the visual, I guess, the
Yeah, the visual aspect
personality of the band,
Yeah.
I guess. I guess
So-
the word you're going for.
No,
Such
it's
a
definitely
lousy
very,
question.
very handy. I see what you're trying to say. It's very handy because I create all the looks for the music video. And even if sometimes I actually get help into putting them together, just because it's impossible to do it yourself sometimes. I have some colleagues from back in the day that I still talk to. And when I'm in Moldova shooting and I know I won't be able to do it myself or I don't have enough time for it, I always hire them and obviously pay them for that, give them a shout out when the music video comes out. But for the majority, I do it myself. And for all of them, I create those looks prior. Like I put the ideas down either just in written form or I can just like draw terribly. Like, yeah.
Stick figures with the right idea will always get it done.
It's true.
Oh yeah, if you know what you
What you're
meant,
going for.
it makes sense. Yeah.
Absolutely. So so obviously you go by, is it Lana Scissorhands, right? That's
Yeah, so Lana
So,
Scissorhands
that's where that came from.
is that's what it came from when I was 16, and actually I finished the hairdressing school when I was 15, and it's almost a year of studying, and I did that together with high school. A lot of people don't know that I didn't like I would go in the morning to high school and in the evening to this hairdresser school. My friends were my guinea pigs, and in fact, my friends and my sisters. And when I finished the school, they gave me as a gift a T-shirt with they did custom Lana Scissorhands on it. I used to wear it every time at work a lot, and then later on when like I created my first email, when I created my first MySpace or whatever it was, like first little things online,
sure.
I used that and it just got
kind of stuck.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. We were trying to figure it out prior too, and we're like, oh, is it like was it Edward Scissorhand thing? We weren't sure if that was kind of like
Obviously
where it
it's
rolled from.
connected. I'm a big fan of Tim Burton's movies, and specifically that character was super cool and very appropriate at the time. So yeah.
Awesome.
I personally love that movie.
It's a good one. All Tim Burton stuff's good. There you go.
You obviously have a lot of tattoos, Lana.
Just one.
Just one.
Just one massive one.
One
Okay.
massive one.
How old were you when you got your first one?
16.
What'd you get?
I got a little angel on my shoulder blade over here. You can still see it under my wings, actually.
Okay, that's cool.
What's your when you actually so like all the tattoos, like how do you pick your subject matter for the art that's going to be tattooed on you?
It's mainly things that I can relate to, things that I like, things that have some sort of history. It depends what we are talking about. I have a lot of movie related characters that I really, really relate to, and I absolutely love everything about that movie or everything about that character. You know, like right now, for example, I just started a Pennywise portrait.
Okay.
I have a whole horror, kind of entirely horror related leg sleeve planned, which has Dracula with Gary Oldman. It has Queen of the Damned, Aaliyah, played by her. It has some monster mouth and some skulls, and now I'm working on Pennywise. They're all very massive, so almost my entire leg is already done. I only have one space, and I think that other space is going to be related to the movie The Shining. So it's just those characters and those movies themselves. I read, like the book for it specifically. I absolutely love how Stephen King invented this like unique form for fear, and the idea and the concept for the fear itself. I love it. And both movies, old and new, are amazing. So yeah, I mean, it depends.
What would be your visual approach for The Shining? Like, what would be the icon that you would tattoo?
So I love to give full freedom to my tattoo artist. The guy that is working on this leg right now, his name is Miguel Camarillo. and he is a resident here in Las Vegas, but he tattooed in other places before. He's super talented, and he is absolutely incredible with scary stuff, especially. Yeah, so I want to give him freedom because he's insanely talented, and I trust him. Maybe it's going to be a portrait surrounded by some other small elements because the area is pretty big, or maybe it's gonna, I don't know, whatever he wants to do. I want my artist to be happy and have fun with the tattoo as well. Everything related to that movie will make me happy, actually.
Okay. Your current ink that you currently have, if you had to select an absolute favorite, what's your favorite tattoo that you have on your body?
I love all of them, but I have special emotional connection with this specific one right here. Is the Powerpuff Girls.
Buttercup.
And I growing up, me and my sisters, we used to watch that cartoon a lot and pretend that we are the Powerpuff Girls. And we all three of us have one of the characters tattooed on us. On the so it's my connection with my sisters. I absolutely love my sisters very much, and this tattoo means so much to me. However, I have so many tattoos related to my own band, tattoos related to certain times in my life. So yeah, I love everything I have on my body.
Okay. Kind of slight off the tattoo. I would assume that you are into the horror genre when it comes to movies. Those would be your preferred.
I love movies very much, and for me to choose a specific genre is very difficult. So I like horror movies just as much as I like metal music. But do I listen to other genres? Of course I do. That's why of course I watch other movies as well with a lot of pleasure. You know, I find it very interesting to actually expand your
absolutely
choices when it comes to that, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Okay, very good.
I love Disney movies so much. Just as much as I can enjoy a horror movie, I will enjoy a Disney movie.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think so too. Same with music, like if you ask me, I love so many different bands and different genres. Sometimes people would be amazed to look at my playlist in my phone.
Good mix.
What's your favorite Disney movie right now? Like if you were to turn around and turn on the TV and turn on a Disney movie, what would it be?
I think so I love The Lion King. It has a very special place in my heart because it was the very first one that I watched as a child. I didn't see many Disney movies as a child, but this one we watched so many times with my sisters and cried. Even adults were crying watching it. That was super cool. I do have a tattoo related to it. I love Pinocchio. I love some princess movies as well. Like, for example, Snow White is such an incredible movie. And if you think about it, came out at 39 or 38.
It's crazy.
I don't want to be I'm not 100% sure, but sometimes around that. And it was the first full-length animated movie.
Yeah.
It's
especially
incredible.
in color too.
Yeah, everything about it is really cool. The story, the how they put it together, and it's really cool.
So you're an old soul as far as the Disney movies.
Not really, no. Out of newer ones, I really, really like Zootopia a lot because it has such a strong message, and it's so important for people to know that message, and especially for kids growing up, you have to know that almost everything is possible if you put the right intent and the right work into it. It's possible, So I love Big Hero 6 very much.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I even have that tattooed on me.
You?
Love it, love it, love it. Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful. Kind of a small personal thing. Pets, animals, cats, dogs. Do you have any?
Yes, I have a mini schnauzer. Her name is Luna. She's actually a service animal. She's incredible. Almost 3 years old. She's right there laying like she's on the beach, like that.
All kinds of.
She's my baby. She's my partner in crime.
Awesome. Very good.
So if we weren't taking up all your time, obviously today is a Saturday. What would a normal Saturday be in your normal day in life?
Honestly,
How do you entertain yourself?
Honestly, I don't really, it's different for people that work from home. So when I'm not on tour, I obviously work from home and I do everything from home. That being said, I kind of do my own schedule, although the majority of my work is happening in the first part of the day because of the time difference with Europe. Okay. And I have to do certain things while they're still awake and don't go to bed.
Right.
So I don't think I look at it that way. I don't think my weekends, that's also the reason why I scheduled this interview with you guys on a Saturday, because I don't really do more. If I feel like doing something special, I don't care if it's a Monday. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just do. Yeah.
I'll just go for it. So sure. I have some work to do today, hopefully, running some errands, but tomorrow is a good day for me, not because it's Sunday, but because of the plans I have, the things I have to do. It's a good day for me to actually finally go hiking, because it's been forever. I really love hiking, and not being able to go for a while, it's not good for my mental health.
So to get outside a little bit's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Should we go with the oddballs?
Go for it, buddy.
Or do you have?
Nope, you're good.
Okay. So we usually do this segment anytime we talk to an artist, it's 6 questions not related to your music.
Okay.
Or not directly related to your music. They sometimes get a little bit weird, but this is how we do our get to know the artist segments.
Okay.
Kind of a thing.
Let's try it.
So we'll try it. The first question I'll ask is, let's do if you are on death row, what is the last meal request?
Meal. Avocado toast.
It's quick. If you had it.
I just love it so much. And it's super easy to make, super simple. Yeah. I'm not I'm vegan, so everything that is plant-based makes me happy. So
yeah, awesome. Okay,
I know you mentioned you had a dog.
Yes.
But if your biggest dream, if you were able to be put in a room full of puppies, a room full of cats, or a room full of snakes, what would be your preference?
I'm not afraid of snakes, so that wouldn't bother me. I love cats and dogs, kind of the same, but because I'm a dog owner right now, I will choose dogs, because I just, I used to have both throughout my life, but right now I have a special love for dogs.
Okay.
Perfect.
If you could choose a superhero, if you could choose a superhero power, what would it be?
I don't think it exists, the one that I like the most.
Try.
So if I could have a superpower, it would be to make people stop lying.
Okay, well, it's like a Wonder Woman thing. Doesn't she do the lasso of truth, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
Similar
but
to
if we have to choose from classic ones, I'll go with the classic. I want to fly. It would be so cool.
That would be
cool. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Instead of going through airports,
just leave.
Dealing with all the people, you're just bye.
Whatever you want. See you.
All right, I have fun with this one. So let me paint the picture for you. Let's say you run into an evil witch and she casts a spell on you. From here on out, when you listen to any kind of music, you will not be able to hear one element of the song, either the vocals, the guitars, or the drums. What would you be able to do without for the rest of your life?
What would I be able to do? Just listen the way it is. I would still listen to music, even if there's an element that misses. I would still listen to music.
Sure, but would you? So let me elaborate a little bit.
So do you want me to choose out of these three?
Which one would you be able to let go of? I want you to hurt one of your band people's feelings.
I would.
And say I would never have to hear your guitar again, and I would be fine with that.
No, actually, there are many instrumental bands that sound absolutely amazing without vocals. So if I really have to get rid of one, I know I will still have fun listening to just melodies without the vocals.
It's amazing how many vocalists we talk to that actually take out the vocals.
Really?
True story.
Yeah.
Well, it's not at all connected to me having this job. It's just the fact that just take the drums out. What is it gonna sound? It's gonna sound still good, but boring.
Yeah,
You're
there's not much.
not gonna be able to
follow
listen to too many songs, and vice versa. Same with guitars and stuff.
Absolutely.
All right, this one might be a little bit hard. Let's say you're alone in your car. I want a guilty pleasure song, something that you would blast on your radio that your fans may not anticipate you would ever listen to.
It would be either Michael Jackson with anything really, any like Dirty Diana or Billie Jean. It does like the Thriller, any of these, or it would be Queen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, with the Rhapsody.
You're right up Anthony's alley with that one. He loves Queen.
Yeah, I love Queen. I'm definitely thinking about getting a tattoo related to this band.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, something like that. Like that would be like hey, when I wake up in the morning, this is what I play for like while I prepare breakfast is the Beatles or Queen or like Michael Jackson, like that older stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
You've obviously had the opportunity to travel to many places in the world. This is our last of the 6 questions because they're heavy metal over 6-pack. We do everything in 6s. What would you say is your favorite or most inspiring place in the world?
Well, out of the places I've been or even places I haven't been?
Good counter question.
Yeah, because out of the places I've been, I have an answer. And out of the places I haven't been, there are a couple of places that I heard a lot, seen a lot online, and really hope to be there eventually to explore,
Can we have both answers?
Absolutely. So out of the places I've been in general throughout my life, I absolutely adore visiting, exploring Hawaii for the nature, for the climate, for everything. It's just so much like, it's more wild. It's more like, it's really awesome. I love it. And out of places I've never been, I really want to visit New Zealand.
Okay.
It's very nice.
See, that wasn't so bad. We survived. Those are my 6 oddball questions. Or my 6-pack of questions are not necessarily about like your music.
That's okay.
Have anything else on your list?
I think that's it. I think we touched upon mostly everything.
Lana, what's the future look like for Infected Rain?
That's a difficult question because the future is unpredictable nowadays.
True.
So,
I understand. What do we hope the future looks like for Infected
we
Rain?
hope that all our plans are going to happen. We are planning to tour the world in this year. We have a lot of places we've never been in plan and stuff like that. But yeah, other than that, just getting back into doing what we love the most.
Awesome.
This is a good opportunity, like for our listeners that may or may not have heard you got either your stuff, your band stuff, or your personal stuff. Are there any pages or anything that you would like to plug, or anywhere that we should send our fans?
I would say just go to infectedrain.com, and that will link you and direct you everywhere else.
Perfect.
Awesome. If you'll give us 2 minutes after like we go off air, but like prior to that, thank you very much for taking your time, like on your Saturday afternoon. Like this is phenomenal. Like we love talking to you. I love what I've heard so far. The new record. I started streaming it pretty much right when it came out.
Thank you.
And I'm a huge Black Gold fan. Like that's probably like one that's been on like one of my playlists for like a very long time. So
okay.
So thank you for that, and thank you for
Absolutely.
writing.
I
and
absolutely
performing that.
I have a lot of fun playing that song live.
What's your favorite song that you do?
You can do that too.
Loaded
it's
question.
Yeah, I mean, there are some songs that are just like amazing to play live. You have so much fun, like Sweet Sweet Lies or Black Gold. Those are like super live shows.
Sure.
I'm sorry, songs. Some other songs are more like, okay, just to listen to in your headphones and stuff. I genuinely am a big fan of my band, honestly, because I know how much it was put behind it, and for it to be where it is and what it is and to sound the way it sounds. So I love it. I very often listen to it. Yeah.
Good thing.
We recommend all of our listeners download not only the whole entire catalog, but the new, and I'm so embarrassed. Edcysis.
Edcysis.
I put the wrong syllable. But Lana, thank you very much again.
Thank you
for the time.
That is the end of this episode. Thank you for tuning in to another exciting episode of Heavy Metal Over a Six-Pack podcast. Marcus, Dave, and Anthony signing off. Check out the podcast at hmoa6pack.podomatic.net. Email hmoa6pack@gmail.com. Like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.